technique depends mainly on arm and finger strength. Once you've that, then the next step is to learn how to pierce stone. Well, you might as well start practicing now. You know Mantis Legends? How it was it all?
What's up, guys? This is Brandon, Charlie, and Henry of TeamForeverAlone.jpg. And today we're going to talk to you about Reed's Law as introduced by David P. Reed. This educational video is produced for Dr. Scott's MIS 4478 Business Administration class. David P. Reed is an accomplished computer scientist who was educated by the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He was one of the earliest scientists to recognize the importance of the social networks spawned by the widespread use of the Internet. Reed's Law is his biggest contribution to the informed application of networks. What is Reed's Law, you say? Well, Reed's Law is a utility to measure the value of a large network, particularly social networks. It states that value scales exponentially with the population size of a network. The technical formula for Reed's Law is as follows: 2 to the power of n minus 1, where n is equal to the number of participants in a network. What does that mean, you say? Well, it means that each person added to a network will increase the value exponentially. Your friends will have their friends, and their friends will have theirs, and so on and so on. In case you were wondering why, this is because each member increases the number of potential connections. This is known as a group-forming network. Eventually, you could be connected to everyone through your friends or connections as shown in this picture. As you can see here, each person in a network has the possibility of being connected to each other. For example, when you are sitting at a table in a restaurant with a friend, you are not only connected between two people, but passively connected with over millions of people indirectly because of the ability of the social networks that we have today. When is it used, you ask? This law is used to theoretically value a group-forming network. Companies that are able to grasp and utilize the worth of group-forming networks will gain the strongest advantage the Internet has to offer. Here are some examples of companies who have successfully capitalized on group-forming networks. Facebook, the top social network at the moment. Facebook encourages social networking by enabling the ability to search for people with many criteria. Alternatively, Facebook even suggests people you may know based upon the number of mutual friends you have in common. Facebook is currently valued at over $9 billion. LinkedIn, a networking website which ties people together in a professional manner. The site is diversified by the different types of groups people would like to join, such as groups that have interest in the oil and gas field or technical infrastructure. By joining groups, you are able to network and interact with others in the groups. Within groups, you can also show up in a queried result when companies are targeting for potential hiree candidates. Yammer, the leading enterprise social network. Yammer was recently bought out by Microsoft for $1.2 billion. Yammer is used for private communication within organizations or between organizational members and pre-designated groups, making it an example of enterprise social software. It originally launched as an enterprise microblogging service and now has applications on several different operating systems and devices. Access to a Yammer network is determined by a user's internet domain, so only those with appropriate email addresses may join their respective networks. Now we are going to introduce some of the criticisms of Reed's Law. Analysts such as Andrew Odlyzko and Eric S. Raymond say that the value of a network when Reed's Law is used can be inaccurate due to the human inability to take advantage of all the connections. Considering the substantial amount of possible connections in a large network, it is virtually impossible for a person to utilize the network's full potential. Other critics say that when Reed's Law is applied to a large network, the value can become overly inflated. For example, Reed's Law would value a 50,010 person network as 1,000 times more valuable than a 50,000 person network, which is unreasonable. In summary, Reed's Law is important because it helps one realize the true benefits of large networks. Companies such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and Yammer have acquired millions of dollars as a result. Despite what the naysayers argue, Reed's Law has proven to be critical in the growth of how we use networks today. And there you have it, a brief description of what Reed's Law entails. I hope you enjoyed our presentation and have a nice day. Oh, by the way, here are our credits.